Hey, I'll do it for you, man. I'll do it for you. What's up? What's up? Oh, what's going on? Siri, is that you?
I can't see a damn thing in here. Is this thing on?
Bro, I saw you put your glasses on, man. I had to follow. I had to follow. I don't know whose these are still, but I found them in the hotel room and they're mine now.
You better hold on to them because I'm gonna tell you what. I start getting headaches now if I don't wear them. Like right now, I can't. It's weird. I can't wear them when I'm streaming unless I'm looking down at my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I'm telling you, bro. Getting to that age, like you gotta have them, man. Your eyes start going. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like you gotta deal with it. It's just it does make you feel like an old man though, and I'm such an old man now.
You are, dude. You are,
dude. I got to freaking.
Wait, how old are you, man? How old are you? Hold up. You're only like 3 years older than me, bro.
I'm 65 this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're 30 years older than me. That's right.
I look pretty good for 65.
I was gonna say the same thing.
But I'm starting to not be able to see, and then I'm like, so you go to Dollar General like an old man, you're sitting there trying to look at the glasses, and you're like, can't read the freaking things while you're in the store, and you're like, trying to find the right number,
right?
And then you lose your fucking glasses.
The
next day, I lost them, so they're gone. The ones I actually bought are gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I might go for the real thin reading glasses, dude. I think those would look.
That's all I need is the black ones, man. The thin black ones, cheap from Dollar General. They're like $1.50.
$1.50, yeah.
And they work good and they look all right.
Yeah.
These not so much. These are bifocals, kind of hard to use.
Put them on, man. Put them on.
Well, they're tricky because you got to look through the top.
Like
I got to look through the top, yeah. But not really because it's like, well, I guess I could wear it like that, but then I look like Chuck Schumer and I kind of want to punch myself. I can't do that.
Oh, man. We got a few people in here. Hopefully we get some more crawling in, but we appreciate the early birds that are here. Another one just came in. Thank you, guys. GMB, what is up, my friend? What is up, my friend? I'm excited for this week.
All right. He says we got this week.
We got this week, man. We got this week. It's going to be a big week, dude. And I agree. I think that we got some price action coming, dude. I'm excited. Siri was spot on with the sideways stuff. We literally have not moved at all.
Thank you.
So we're gonna look into that and see what's going on, because I had to check a few times when I saw him make a post saying that he called it. So I'm like, this can't be right.
There's no way. There's no way we went sideways. And we went sideways. Exactly.
And we went sideways. So we're going to look at that, man. For the people that are watching at a later time, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We appreciate you guys for dropping in. We stream Monday and Thursday, Monday 12, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. What we got going on, dude?
Well, I'm excited, and I was happy that I made the right call Friday, and I felt we were gonna go sideways and all this stuff, right? But then Mr. Overanalyzing, let me put these on for the segment.
Of course.
Mr. Overanalyzing, right? I'm sitting here overanalyzing, and I got $20 on the side, and I'm like, well, I'm smarter than the market.
Of course.
And I see that what they're going to do is they're going to go up to this level and do one more fake out because, and it reminded me why it's not good to overtrade. I haven't quite been liquidated on that trade yet, but I opened a stupid, $20 short with 63x leverage, of course, because I'm an idiot, but it's only a 20 if I drop it, whatever. I'm still not happy about losing $20. Don't get me wrong. That's a lot of money still. It's like not sitting that pretty over here. But what I'm saying is I knew we were going sideways. I said we were going sideways. And then what do I do yesterday? I get impatient. I get off my hands and I open a quick short. And I actually want to show you the I took a screenshot of it on purpose so that let me see. Can you still see me or no?
I'm
still on the screen, right? because I just minimized stuff,
Yes.
so I can't
Yep.
really tell.
You're right there. I see
So
you.
this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open this thing over here
Mhm.
and bring it on this
Bring it up here.
screen. Close this and okay, boom.
Boom.
So now let me present this screen. I want you to look at this. This is what I did. This was kind of stupid, but it's what I did.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I just want to show. It's good to show people your wins, but it's also good to keep it real with your people.
Yeah, in that
And show
purple
people-
background.
Show people your mistakes, right?
In your purple background.
So this is what I did here. Look at this shit. Okay, so this is cool guy Nick thinking he's going to outsmart the market right here.
Right.
You know, because it's going here, and we were poking around right here.
Mhm.
And if you zoomed back about on the 4-hour chart and looked back about a week, you saw that this was a level that we struggled at a little bit. So in my head, I was thinking we were going to go boom, boom. We were ascending wedge. You know, I figured right about here, I figured, okay, we'll go in this ascending wedge, and then maybe they'll do a Bart Simpson pattern. You see the Bart Simpson? Boom, boom. Yeah. So that's what I was kind of playing on. And of course, as soon as I opened the trade about here, and then all of a sudden, whoop, right? Like right up here. And then it started going down, and I said, I'm a genius. I'm going to leave it alone. And then it did this thing here.
Yeah.
And this is right about where we're sitting currently. And this is where my liquidation price is. So it's 26.94. So if it hasn't already been liquidated, it's probably going to be liquidated during stream.
Yeah,
but
I think it is.
Yeah, it's at 63.6 right now. So here's I got about $300 of cushion to go if it doesn't get wiped out. But here's my point. My point is your famous line that you like to hear, Wes. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. What Sierra did. Don't get bored sitting on your hands and you're just like, if you really think it's going to go sideways, stay with your conviction. My conviction was we're going sideways, right?
Don't trade, yeah.
And I over traded myself. You're your own worst enemy in this game. Nobody told me to do that shit. That was a stupid move. Okay. And lesson learned, because, you know, trying to make a couple 20, $30, yeah. I could have put that in the pool because I entered a liquidity pool with my other 20, $30 I put. Mm-hmm. And that thing's earning 200, 300% APR right now on Sanko.
Yeah.
Sanko's killing it on Camelot. So that was just a classical mistake I wanted to show with you guys. And, you know, don't do that. Don't do
that. Just don't do it.
So I made a good call and then went against my own call a day later. How many times have I done that shit, Wes? I got to stop doing that.
Mm.
I really do, man. I got to stop doing it. It's like you're doubting yourself and then you.
Well, you know, I notice whenever I'm going through the charts on here, it's almost like I'm still trying. I'm at that point to where I'm like 70% confident in what I'm doing. And I'm just being honest with you guys. Like I just started this. I haven't been doing it long. But it's starting to move up. Like before I was not confident at all. I'm getting a little bit more confident with the call, especially when we're calling them right. And it's almost like I'm trying to convince myself, dude. I'll hear myself and I'm like, I seem like I'm trying to convince myself that this is where, like, this is what's going to happen. And even though they have played out really good, you know, on the last couple of calls or whatever, like, I'm still, like, hearing that in my voice. So, yeah, it's rough, dude, because that you're your own worst enemy. And I made a post about something like that, too. Like, if you can just let go of the emotions, I think that's half of it right there, man. It's just leaving the emotions at the fucking door, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a difference. That's the number one thing they tell you in stock trading books. If you go back to old stock trading books, it's all about leaving the emotion on the side and realizing that you are going to lose close to 50% of every trade you put in. The way you win is not in your percentage of wins per trade.
Being smart.
It's your risk. Yeah, your risk to reward ratio, right? So you're not risking, you're risking 1 to make 3. As long as your risk to reward ratio is good, then even if you lose 50% of the trades you make, you still end up making money. And so, yeah, I agree. I think that's, you know, and I could have put a stop loss there, dude. You know, it's like, but I'm like, no, let's ride this thing. You know, it's like that attitude is and the only reason I'm doing that is because it's $20 too. Like
Yeah.
I would never. I don't ever do that with big pile of money. That's stupid. Like I always do it with little bits. Like so, if you're gonna burn a dollar bill, you know, only burn a couple of bucks. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
but Total Global looks good, dude. I don't know. I know you shared some stuff in the alpha, but just real quick, the Total Global market cap, you guys, is looking fantastic. We're sitting well above 2.3. I mean, chilling.
Go down the coin gecko, dude, because I like when we do that, man. Go look at the Total Global, the Bitcoin dominance, and all that, because I don't look at that, and I want to start looking at that every day, and I always forget to.
All right, so let me add this to the screen here.
Please, sir.
Boom. Wait a minute. Did I do that right? Okay, yeah. Let's do it this way. Boom. Move this over here. Okay, so this TGMC is, look at this, dude. This is looking freaking tastic, you guys. This is better than I thought it was going to look, to be honest with you.
What?
Look at this. 2.330. It's been holding there all morning, dude. 2.330, and it went up just a couple of minutes ago to 2.340. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the 24-hour. You could, let's zoom out first. Play that game first. This long downtrend we've been in, right? Just downward consolidation. You just hit a double bottom at 2 trillion, and you're on the way up. So let's zoom in. So the last 24 hours, this is kind of what we're doing here. Look at that. Down here, you came in at 2.286, right? And then you had this massive run up.
This is 24-hour movement.
Yeah, you had this massive amount of money just come into crypto. Boom. And now you're getting a nice sideways consolidation. You bounced off a previous resistance. You flipped that into support. And, you know, you kind of had a little dip here, but not much. But look where you're headed back up. You're going back up, and you're holding above, basically, you know, if we can hold above 2.325, that's a lot better off than, because we're at 3.3. If you remember last week, all week, towards the end of the week, we were at 3.2, 3.25. You know, we were kind of in that range. So we've added another 10 billion, and we've kept that 10 billion in the space. It's not like people are just coming in and going, oh, let me flip some coins and then go take my money out and, you know, pay my bills or go buy stocks. That's not what's happening right now. What's happening is money is coming into the space big time, and it's staying in the space, which is beautiful, because that means one way or another, they're staying in stable coins, or they're buying Bitcoin, or they're buying Ethereum, or they're buying altcoins, you know. So this is what we want to see, but we do want to see it get up, you know, the level to break, the FU money switch that needs to go is when you see this number right here. This is the magic number. When you see that 2.5, when that goes up from 332 billion to 500 billion, that's that magical level of 2.5 million. And I know it doesn't seem like a magical level, but when you look at the maximum chart again, the 2.5 level is this level where you have this spike right here. Boom. This spike, you know, the top of that spike right up there is 2.5. The top of this spike is right around 2.5. The top of this spike, 2.5, 2.5. All these levels here, once we get above that, because we've hit it as resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've hit that son of a gun almost 9 times. And what did I say a long time ago? I said Bitcoin likes to hit that a level 9 or 10 times, and then it's like boom, and it goes through it. We've hit 2.5 8 times.
I wish I could see this on a bigger. You don't have it on like a bigger view, because I can't see it.
I know it's kind of tough because it's so small. If you're watching, you can or on your end you can hit full screen on StreamYard and watch it. But I know what you're saying. You want to see it a little bit closer.
Gotta be
there is, if we go back to this one, because I could do it this way. Let me click on this one here. Actually, you know, and they just added this tab not that long ago. I started using this too. This is great. View. You can on CoinGecko now you can just pull trading view right up.
Yeah.
And it pulls up right in this if it ever does, it pulls up on the right hand side, which is cool. But psych, it's a, even without looking at the chart, okay, 2.5 trillion is a what? It's a big psychological level because it's a halfway mark. You're halfway to that 3 trillion mark. And where was the price of Bitcoin when we were at 3 trillion? 3 trillion was all-time highs or higher. So when we go back up towards that level, that's your breakout. That's your bull market for real.
Yeah, CoinGecko's got you dragging, man.
A lot bigger. But yeah, I like that CoinGecko open. When I'm trading, I have total global market cap on one monitor over here. Oh shit!
Yeah, you're lagging. Laggy.
I'll have total global on my left screen, and I'll be watching the one close it out. I think that's what it was. See if that's a little better now.
Yeah, I don't know why does CoinGecko always do that.
It's the video on the stupid ads. GMB, we appreciate that. Smash the like, you guys. Smash the like, follow, and subscribe. We do appreciate that.
Hell yeah, dude. You saw what he said after that? I just kind of threw that on you, GMB. It was kind of a thing, but yeah, you got stuck, dude. You got stuck. I forced it on you. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
Let me remove this.
I'm not being laggy.
So yeah, but that's no. I just removed that other extra stream. But that's the good news, man. The good news is that we're sideways. We're building strength. We're going up. We're above 2.3, which is higher, 10 billion higher than we were last week. We're holding sideways, and now we're starting to gain a little momentum and going up. Like I said, $200 billion you think is a lot of money, and it is. But for the total amount of global in the world, for liquidity in the world, 200 billion is like this. It's nothing, dude. It's such a small, like, so what I'm saying is that shit could happen tomorrow. Literally, we could flip up to 2.5 trillion like tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm just saying that amount of money for whales is a joke. It's nothing. So, but for us, in the crypto game, everything's so big and everything's so serious because we're in it every day.
Yeah.
We're like, when is it going to, so for us, it's more passionate and more dramatic. For them, bro, when through 200 billion comes in the market, another 150 billion is going to follow it because they're going to go, oh shit, people are buying again. Like, that's how the whales are. If you think crypto degens are bad, wait till Wall Street comes back in and they're like, all right, let's go. So it's coming, man. I really, I said October. We're in the last week of September. So if I'm wrong and we do break out before October, I'm happy. I'm good. But I'm also good if we go sideways and they try to bore us for another week. I'm also good with that situation. But I'm going to let you pull the real charts and Lux Algo and all that up to look at that. And I do want to see what kind of buy signals we're in, all that kind of good stuff. But you have a couple alpha chats you wanted to share too, I think, right?
Yeah, let's run through that, man. Just real quick, because most of this, all right, so we both know that retail is not in yet. They're not fully in yet. They started dipping their toes in, but they're not fully in yet, right? The people that are here are the people that have been here for the most part, man. And I think that what Sierra was just talking about was when the retail, when they really start buying, they start putting it on their balance sheets. Right now, they're just buying it to custody it. You know what I mean? To custody it for their clients. When they start buying it for their balance sheets, like MicroStrategy is and a few others, that's when we're going to start seeing other institutions FOMOing in because there's a supply and demand issue here, right? It's just a fact. Like there is a supply and a demand issue here. And Bitcoin just got cut in half on how much is being mined, for this cycle, the next 4 years. And that's huge. That's big. That is what they see. They see the value in the long term. And when you start seeing that price going up, retail is looking at the value in the short term. They're saying, oh shit, like, Bitcoin's up 30% today. When that starts happening, Bitcoin's up 30% today. Retail's FOMOing in, and that's when retail is going to FOMO in, and institutions will follow each other, and it's just bound to happen. You know what I mean? So I named this one best bull market strategies, and I'm curious to what, because we haven't really gone into this, man, and I'm just curious, like, being that you've gone through a full cycle now, what is the best strategy? Buy and hold. How do you buy the bottom, sell the tops? How do you know what I mean? Like, what is your strategy for this cycle, Siri?
So the best strategy, I would say, is if you are lucky enough to be just now coming in, bro. If you are just now coming into crypto, let me explain. There might be one. There's 80,000 people watching right now. Out of the 80,000 watching, I know there's one. There's one of y'all out there that just got into crypto, right? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to that person, okay? Your strategy right now is to pay your bills, pay all your stuff that you can pay, right? If you have an extra car, sell it, right? Gather up what you can. Make sure you get your ass in. Get parked. First of all, pack your bags. If your bags aren't already packed, like if you're not already holding shit, like me and Wes are holding. We've been holding.
Too late.
We've been holding for 3 years. So me and Wes are holding. Our bags are ready to go. But if you're just now getting in and you only have, I have $20 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
In GMI,
you are going to get pissed when Bitcoin and Ethereum starts taking off, right? You're going to get mad at yourself that you only had $20 in. So but don't invest more than you can afford to lose. I know we got to say that. I get that. Be smart about it. But the point is, the best strategy is to already have had your bags packed. Like right now is not the time to be scrambling and, let me go, but if you have to do that, buy good projects that you believe that'll be around 4 or 5 years from now. Buy long-term projects. Bitcoin is always a good way to go. Ethereum is always a good way to go. Those two right there alone. Make sure your bags are packed, though. Put your money into them and don't just dip your toes with $5-10, because if you do that and Bitcoin takes off, oh wow, you made $10. But what are you doing? You got $1,000 in your bank account that's not doing shit. If you got $1,000 in your bank account, or let's say you got $2,000 in the bank account, you're supposed to have $2,000 in your bank account anyways at all times in case of emergencies and shit like that, right? So I'm not telling you bad financial planning. You should have an emergency stash of cash at all times just in case something goes down, right? That is for real. But let's say you have that and you've got this other money or whatever that you need to invest. You should be parked already right now before the bull run. That's number one, is your timing.
Right.
So your timing is the most important. What you buy goes along right with that. So that's the top two. What are you buying and when did you buy it? So your strategy should be, for me and Wes, our strategy is going to be, when are we going to offload our bags?
Right.
Because we've already been holding. We've been through a full cycle. We've been through 3 years. But if you're just coming in now and you got $20-30 of ETH and you got $40 of Bitcoin and you bought $25 worth of Shiba Inu, right? You need to flip that shit. You need to put more into Bitcoin or ETH, or take that Shiba Inu and I would flip into something a little more low cap, something a little newer, right? Because even Shiba Inu and Doge are up here now. So you're not going to make that run just because your buddy made $1,500 on Shiba Inu because he was in last 4 years ago. Doesn't mean you're going to make $1,500 on Shiba Inu, because it already had its run. Not saying it won't pump again, but it's already grown a market cap, so it's already big. So you want to go into a lower cap with your riskier assets. And then the last point I would say would be, know when to fold them, know when to get out. In other words, know when to sell. When the pump comes, and when it does come, and it's coming, when it comes, know when to get the hell out and pull the trigger, because the mistake me and Wes made was not pulling the trigger last time, and we did not sell. We watched our portfolio go to Valhalla.
Yeah.
And then we both round tripped the bags, and I had some in real life shit happen over the last couple of years that was just traumatic. So I had to sell all my shit during a bear market. So you really don't want that shit to happen, dude. Like, I'd be in a much better place right now if I would have took those profits off the table. I'd be in an infinitely better space. But it taught me that lesson to be prepared, and then be prepared to sell. Those are your top rules. For the people just now getting in, that's the most important advice I can tell you.
Yeah.
And that's it. But for people that have already been here through the bear market, Wes, what would you say? I would say this knowing when to sell thing, or make.
Yeah. I think the people that have been here that were, watching us when Bitcoin was at 15,000, and everybody was buying, we were here, like we've been here, we didn't go anywhere. So like when it bottomed, we knew it was bottom, and we were telling people to buy. But retail isn't that smart. It's always an emotion that takes over, because you go all the way from 70,000 to 15,000 in your head at that time. All you're thinking is, well, what if it goes below 15,000? We've already gone from here to there, and now we're at 15,000. So why wouldn't I just wait for it to go to 5,000? This guy online's telling me that it's going to go to 4,000. So why not just wait till 5? Trust me, when you get to 5,000, you're going to wait even longer, and then you're just not going to buy, because that's what happens. Your emotions get in your way. And then I want to piggyback off of what Sierra said, is like, you're going to get mad at yourself if you only throw $20 in and it goes to 40, and then you're pissed off that this could have been your life changer, because it really can, man. It can. And I was there, dude. I did. I FOMO'd into a couple projects, and I got pissed off because I didn't get in earlier. So I tried to catch that ride. It was up 300% for the month. And I'm like, shit, dude, this thing's up 300%. It's going to go to 500%. Like, what's stopping it? FOMO into that. And you only throw $20 in. And that's how you FOMO. That's what we were just saying. Like, retail's going to FOMO, because that's just what they do. You know what I mean? They FOMO in and then get left at the door, by the institutions, the big money, the smart money. And you're going to be pissed off at yourself if you don't get in now. Don't invest more than what you can afford to lose. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. We're here for entertainment purposes, and we're just here to tell you what we're doing. But yeah, I would say the people that have been here since 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, if you're in the profits, congratulations, man. Congratulations. If you're really taking this serious, congratulations. Now we just have to learn when to offload it. When do we start taking our profits, right? Bitcoin's already made a new all-time high, and we know Bitcoin's going to lead the cycle. It does it every single time. I mean, look at Ethereum now, dude. Bitcoin led the cycle, this previous market pump or whatever. Bitcoin led that. And then 4 days later, Ethereum is up and everything else is down. That's just the way it works, man. Bitcoin always leads. So I think that as long as you got some Bitcoin and you got some altcoins, maybe half Bitcoin, half some altcoins, Ethereum, GMB, Cardano, Polkadot, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you believe in, whatever you like, definitely start looking. If you're not in right now, start looking at some of these high caps. I would say Bitcoin's a smart move because it is going to be that first mover. And then you can trickle that down to some lower caps. But yeah, I think the most important thing for people that have been here since the bottom is offloading, man. Offloading and taking some profits. So we're gonna, and you know, we talked about this here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be showing you guys like what we're doing, how we're taking profits, where we're taking profits at, where we think the top's gonna be. You know what I mean? And I think that'll be really cool to kind of document what we're doing, Siri, so we can look back on it and say, you know, did we do the right fucking thing? Did we not? You know what I mean? Should we have waited? But
I mean,
yeah,
that's something that we when I was watching, you know, Chico and me and Wes both watched Crypto Zombie. We both watched Crypto Lark, Crypto Jeb, you know, Cryptos Are Us. We watch the same people y'all watch. I know you guys watch the same people we're watching, right? Most of y'all probably watch all them. And then some more. You know, Wes watches the other two guys that you got me in. What are the ones in Vegas?
Sin
Um,
City Crypto. I don't
Sin City
watch
Crypto.
anybody anymore, dude. I don't have time.
It's
Or
kind of hard. It's
Jeb. I
kind of
watch.
hard now, but my point is, we watch all these other guys for years. You know, before we started the channel, and I'm not taking nothing away from any of those guys because
Yeah.
I would love to meet them. They're like my heroes in this space, to be honest with you. But um, the thing is, I always noticed I was like, you know, apart from maybe Chico and Lark made a couple how-to videos, and Zombie kind of tries to walk you through things. That's why those guys were always my favorite. And you know, Jeb was my favorite because he always teaches you TA and he's just freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
But the other guys, and even Jordan Cameron, he's one of my favorites too because he makes it fun. He just jokes around and he's not serious. He just plays around, but he's very good at TA. So he's another one to watch. But as far as like DeFi, and when you first come into crypto, if you don't know how to find a coin's token address on CoinMarketCap, this is what Cryptos R Us always said. If you don't know how to look up a coin and find where to buy it yet, you have no business buying that coin. and I always thought that was very smart. Like George had a very good point, right? If you don't know how to get around on CoinGecko yet, or whatever you use, CoinMarketCap, if you don't know how to find and copy and paste the token address and go to Uniswap and make a swap, you need to be able to confidently do that first before the bull run. This is when you should already have all that knowledge. But I think the point of what I'm saying is I wanted Crypto Remora. I wanted us to bring that element to the content creation because I think it's lacking. I think the how-to, and actually people actually like, because people say, oh, I want to buy this, or I want to buy, but dude, this shit is intense. If you've never bought crypto, if you've never used DeFi before, it can be intimidating. If you never downloaded a wallet, write down the seed phrase, all this shit can be very intense. If you're not computer savvy, like Wes was a little different because he's just naturally pretty good on computers. And I don't know how the hell he got that way. I mean, you didn't take any classes or nothing, maybe just growing up. I think if you're just because you're a little younger too, and you know, tech devices. I mean, you've been a manager of places, so you know you've had to get around on computers your whole life. But
yeah,
I guess what I'm saying is crypto kind of came a little more naturally for you because you had that natural techie thing going on. You had that going on a little bit. But for a lot of people, they don't have that, right? A lot of people, they might know how to get around on Facebook and Twitter, but if you say, hey, you know, a Word document, or like if you ask me to open a Word document or a spreadsheet or Excel, like you can do that. I don't know how to do that shit. So, and I went to computer school. So it's like there is people out there that struggle. And I was always watching these channels and I'm like, damn, dude, why is nobody really showing people like what to do? Like really, like I know they say, oh, you could open a trade here and close it here, but nobody ever really like does it on stream. Nobody does swaps on stream. Nobody does like entering a liquidity pool and exiting a liquidity pool. Nobody really shows you step by step how to do it. And I would love to get into doing that shit live, like doing a little bit more of that live. And that was just that was my passion. Is I just wanted to help other people that are just coming into crypto. Be like, you know, if you want to do something, like how the hell do you do it? Like there's how-to videos, but I think being in the chat live with people also, it's like creates that vibe, that bond. So I'm not going to keep rambling about it. I'm just saying I think that that's what separates us from other channels. We're trying to take that initiative of helping people really feel confident in DeFi versus just buying ETH and Bitcoin on an exchange and just selling it on there. Because every time you do that shit, you're paying that exchange $5, right? You're eating that cost, bro. You're paying $4 or $5 every single. If you throw away $4 or $5 every time you make a trade on an exchange because you got crypto.com or Robinhood, and you're paying that exchange money every single time you do a flip, don't do that shit on this run because that's what's going to eat into your profit. You're going to kill yourself doing that shit. You need to be on DeFi doing it, and we'll show you how to do it. We will, you know, stick with us and ride with us. We will show you. We will teach you how to do it, and we'll make you confident, and you won't be scared of it.
And we'll have some time, man. Like Right now, we're just trying to get ourselves situated. The most important thing right now, it's not really DeFi, it's not airdrops, it's not anything else. It is positioning yourself for this next parabolic move, and it's coming, guys. It's right around the corner. So that is our main focus. And then once we kick it off, dude, and that parabolic move comes, and we know where we're at in the cycle, that's when we're gonna be doing the discords, guys. We've been working on the Discord for like the last 3 months, 4 months. So we'll be working on the Discords. We'll be interacting and reaching out to our community and helping these guys one-on-one. We'll have one-on-one features with you guys. You know what I mean? If you want to learn to trade, we'll get one-on-one with you. If you want to, if you want to learn how to do DeFi, you want to yield farm, we'll show you how to do it, man. And I'm excited to get that started. I really am, dude. I'm so excited to get that started. And we're working on it, and it's coming. It is coming. But the most important thing right now is to be positioned well for this cycle. For this actual parabolic move that's right around the corner, dude. I'm excited for it. So anyways, I just want to throw that out there. Let's jump into a couple of things before we get into the charts here. I think that these are good, man. These are some good charts to watch, to look at. This is Rec Capital here. I love when he does these charts. Guys, if you've watched the show, you've seen a few of these charts, but this is his post, Rec Capital. Go follow him on X. Really cool post. Really cool guy. Tomorrow, Bitcoin will be 161 days after the halving, which is exactly the amount of time post-halving when Bitcoin broke out from its reaccumulation range in 2020. So I've seen posts like this all over the place, dude. This is probably like the 5th one I've seen just today alone, because everybody knows you don't need to be focused on anything else, dude. Nothing else except for this right here. And until this gets broken, use it. You know what I mean? Use it. And look, we're right at that little green mark. This is the reaccumulation phase here. The blue line is the halving on the chart. Let's see if I can move this over. Yeah, the blue line is the halving, right? That marks the halving for 2020. This marks the halving that we just had in 2024. And Sierra, if you remember, dude, this is when I got in 4 years ago, 2020. This is when I got in. And I experienced all of this. And I didn't think it was going to come. Because I look back on the chart and I'm like, damn, we've already pumped.
If you remember, Wes, when I came to your house that night like a psychopath, and I said, give me your phone. You remember the frenzy I was in, right? I was in this rush to get Wes in. I was like, dude,
yeah,
and you need to get in now. Like, you need to buckle in. And he's like, what are you talking about?
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. And now
but you see it now. You see why I came over to you, and I was like, all right, dude.
It's now or never.
It was so important to me to get my friend, because Wes was in real life friend, you guys. We didn't just start this channel. Right. This is my boy. So as soon as I felt confident and comfortable enough about this thing, and I had it under my belt a little bit, I was like, I want to go help my boy out. Like, I need to go over there physically and see him and show him this shit, because I was just like, excited about it. I was passionate, still am. But I said, dude, because it's the timing. And again, if you're brand new coming in, like Wes was back then, Wes, I think, pulled the trigger and put $20 in.
Yeah,
right?
But remember, I was hesitant because I'm like, I'll wait till I get paid. I'll wait till I do this.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, Christmas is coming. I'll wait. And I didn't really understand it now. That is what we mean by right now.
I told you.
I
said, listen to me, Wes. Just buy this shit. You'll be able to buy Liam 10 times the freaking presents.
Yeah,
I was like, forget them presents, man. You could do that next year. Like I was already so in it. I was already so in it. Wes was like, nah, man, I'm not buying my kid Christmas. And I'm not telling you to do that, you guys. Don't do that shit. That's my boy, so it's a little different. I could talk to him like that. But the point is the timing of the 3-year market. The 3-year bear market had just ended back then. So it was go time. And I kind of felt like I knew it was. And until this gets invalidated, you can, like Wes said, go buy this chart, because this is what it's done for the last 13 years. Mm-hmm. Where are we at now? Fast forward 2024. Guess what?
Look,
deja vu. We're at the same point where we first got into crypto. We're at that next halving, but we've got 3 years of experience under our belt. Mm-hmm. So the point is, if you just got into crypto right now, you better count that shit as a blessing, because you just went through. You didn't have to go through the last 3 years of bull crap. you're at the bottom of the start of this next parabolic run, and you couldn't have asked for a better time, because if you got in after that 72K, and you bought the top of 72K and rode that down, that was your first experience with crypto, you probably will never go back to crypto again. You probably so hurt, so it's the timing. When did you get in? When are you getting out?
Yeah.
Absolutely crucial. And right now is not the best time to get in. The best time to get in was when we were at 15K and we were screaming from the rooftops and making videos and telling you guys, this is it. This is when you want to buy. And but now this is the second best time.
From experience and from where I was and where Siri was at the time when we got in. Siri had been in it a little longer and then got me in it, but it was right where we are right now, post halving, right here. I had already missed like 300% upside, like a 3x gain already. And I'm like, it's consolidating. Chico was making videos talking about, he's going to cut his hair when we cross 20,000. And
I know you were like, no way,
it was madness. It was madness. And that hasn't even started yet, dude. Like, we are just in this reaccumulation phase, and we're just to the point to where, according to, the previous cycle, we are just now getting into that great. And this is a weekly chart, guys. Every candle is a week. So we're just now getting into this phase right here. Even if it takes, 3 more weeks, doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, we are right here at it. So just remember that. Stay focused on the bigger picture, because back then when I got in, I did not expect that huge upside. I didn't expect it. And I wish I would have went in a little heavier, even though I went in heavy. Like, after the first 100% gain, even though I went in heavy, I like kept on getting in. And I was buying all the way up until about this dip here. And then I bought here, and then I bought on this dip, and, rode it all the way down. And all we can do is just fucking execute, man. Execute the best that we know how from 2 different perspectives of experience. And we're just, man, I'm fucking ready, dude. I'm ready.
We're gonna come at it from 3, 4, 5. Actually, we got a whole Lost Donkey fam, dude. We got a whole crew of people we didn't have in 2020. We have all the people we watch, all our influencers. We got Lost Donkeys, we got Andrew Saunders, we got the Arbitrum crew, we got Brainsy, we got Crypto PETA. We got all these heads on Twitter that we trust, and we got all that combined. So when you take all that into consideration going into this bull run, I think Wes and I will be able to execute. Hopefully, we'll be able to execute a good exit strategy. And why the hell are you guys talking about exit strategy now? We haven't had the pump yet, because it's time now to start flipping that switch. It's time not to go into the FOMO and let me buy more.
Yeah.
Although you can buy on the way up and get out. Buy a little and get out. Buy a little, get out.
You can, yeah. You can.
But it's you want to make sure your bags are unloaded by the time the top comes.
Yeah.
So you want to be prepared for that.
Yeah, and we have a chart. We have, people that we talk to. We have people that we follow. We're making partnerships, y'all. We're doing all kinds of shit behind the scenes, man. And we're growing. We're building, we're growing, and we're just excited, man. You guys are going to be here for the ride. Siri, real quick, guys. So, and I just wanted to share that chart. Don't there's like 100 of them, right? But Rec Capital, I've always used this charts, man. He's been pretty spot on. And I think that one was just very simple to look at the bigger picture and just be prepared, man. Be prepared. This is from Hokage. Shout out to him. Go follow him on X. He keeps up with a lot of the airdrops, but this is some of the airdrops coming in Q4. Sierra shared some alpha last week on a project that's in testnet that we're messing around with. But Babylon, these are the Q4 upcoming projects, mainnet and their airdrops. Babylon, that is one. It's the Bitcoin staking, Sierra. That's what was the one we talked about last week? Do you remember?
Hemi is the one.
Yeah,
it's Bitcoin ETH.
Yeah, so that's one that we're watching. But Babylon is another one that's on the scene. It's in layer 2 Bitcoin staking. Let's see, we got the Namada. Don't really know what that is. Mount Chain, I know what that is. RWA. Story Protocol looks really cool, man.
Interesting. As a musician, that looks cool.
Yeah, Story Protocol looks really good. Super hype for Barachain. We actually have an airdrop video on Barachain. So go and check that out. We have Initia, Eclipse, and Hyperlane. Hyperlane, there's also a video on Hyperlane that we did. So definitely check that out, man. If you're into airdrop farming, those are some that you can look to get into. And yeah, what anything else, man? Before we get into the chart?
Maybe just one more chart that was pretty cool. I'm gonna share the screen in a second, but it was I don't know if you saw that tweet I made yesterday, or let me pull this screen up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is pretty interesting. Where's it at? Okay, so and did you see this? NFT MFers this week at work. Oh no, it's getting draggy. Look, this is all the NFT people this week at work. They're like, yeah, it's coming, baby. You know, it's getting time to sash your boss week. Maybe not this week, but it's coming soon. So this is pretty interesting. So I learned yesterday something I kind of already knew, which is, you know, when you're in these liquidity pools, you're earning yield. But if you go out of the range, like you select your range before you open the pool. So I went back and collected, I think it was like almost $20. So that $20 I lost in trading, I actually made back from my liquidity pool over the last month or two that it's been in there. So that's awesome. So I'm at zero. I'm just kidding. But the Camelot DEX on Arbitrum, I'm psychotic over this thing because it's literally Arbitrum's biggest liquidity pool. It's just the cheapest one. But look at these yields, bro, for Sanko. And this is, keep in mind, this is Sanko chain, not Arbitrum.
Yeah.
But dude, I saw one yesterday. It was Sank Tardio. I know that Tardio thing is going around as a big, thing.
Yeah, so it's a thing.
Be careful, but it's very trenchy like. So be careful. That's for degens only. But it was given out like 137,000%. I was like, nah, I ain't messing with that, dude. I'm not getting rug pulled on that. But just letting these sit here yesterday and cook. Gold DMT, right? And Smoke DMT. Smoke was one of the ones by the devs on Sanko, and Gold, I'm not 100% sure what it's used for on DMT or Sanko chain, but I know it's got weight, like it holds weight. It's not just a good name, right? I know it's pretty important, and I've held it for about 5-6 months now. But I just re-entered the pool. So what I did is I closed the pool and I just re-entered the same money. And instantly it put this little green line that says in range. And I'm still learning about the gamma and theta and all that crazy stuff. But the important thing to me is when I like the color green and I don't really like the color red. So when I saw out of range in red, I said, nah, let me pull my liquidity out, re-enter the pool again. And that's what I did. I just closed the pool and re-entered the pool. And when I did, my APR went up because it's more current. Yeah. And so I just re-entered. You can see it's very humble amount, $36 and $6. So you might say, oh, well, that ain't that much money. Okay. Well, you know what I earned on that yesterday, just in one day, in less than a day? 9 cents. I know that's not going to retire your children, but my point is, where else are you going to take $41, right? And put it on the table and go, I want to earn interest on it. And then your $41, you already earned 10 cents. You could keep that $41 in the bank for your entire lifetime, and you will not earn 10 cents. So if I did that in 6 hours, so this has been my strategy over the sideways market. And I'm going to leave this shit in during the bull run. I'm going to let these cook during the bull run. And but look at that APR for just I use it on the daily. I'm not going to leave it in there a full year.
Yeah.
But to be earning those residuals during the day, that's really cool. Did you see the Neander Smalls? I think we're getting
we're getting some of those. Did you send him ETH for the Grim Thorns?
No, not yet. I need to do that.
Yeah, just DM him on X or Discord. He's in Discord too.
This is the chat, or this is the chart, Wes. This is a kook chart. I like Kook's antics on Twitter. He's pretty funny, pretty good posts. You
Yeah,
got to
this
be
is another
careful
good
because
breakdown.
he'll mess with you sometimes on what to buy and what not to buy. You got to be on your game with him, but for the most part, he does try to help you out. And this is a really good chart I saw. I was trying to explain this to corporate.
Huh.
I said, if you're a child and you understand this is the halving just happened, this is where the price was. This is money, or this is candy. Do you want a little bit of candy? Or you want, up here is a lot of candy. Which one would you like? Of course. So if I'm explaining this chart like you're a 5-year-old, this is
LE5.
where we are in the halving cycle. So if it's very interesting to see dead on the first cycle. Look, when you didn't have a lot of manipulation in the space, Bitcoin just followed perfect on track, right in the middle of the halving. Boom. Just parabolic, one correction, and then parabolic. A beautiful, perfect chart. The next cycle, Wall Street was already in a little bit because that's what all this shit is. They're playing games. Oh, fake out to the downside, fake you out in the halving, right? And then break out, and then all these little weird dips. So the chart was a sloppy one. 2020 halving was pretty crazy because it just went up, came down, and then shot right through, but then it shot back down into the halving box before it went parabolic. Yeah. And didn't stop till it went all the way up here. Then it had a massive correction, and then everything was over. So for this one, this halving cycle, we've bounced around the top of the box for the entire first half of this time period. Then we've come down, and look where we are now. We're still inside the halving box. Yeah. We're not even out. We're not even up at the top of the halving box, and Bitcoin is sitting at $63,000, and this is where you are. I named this the chart of the century. You know why? Because I believe we'll be, by the time that we get back up above to this halving top, I believe we'll be at $100,000 Bitcoin the next time we go up here. I feel like we're going to be like right when we get right around here, we'll already be at Bitcoin will be at 100,000 because more money's going to come in. I just feel like the strength. Look how suppressed you've been. You've had these two massive down pushes, and the last time you had when you went this low, look what happened. You had a deep run, and then it was a little weird in 2017, but this one you've had two pushes down. I just feel like when this one runs, dude, the middle of this one, and this one would be right about here would be your first correction. So I think you're going to get a run to about here, get a correction, and then continue parabolic. But my point is, if we're at 63,000 and we're not even out of the halving box yet, hold on to your butt, man, because this run, what's coming next after this is literally going to be the most talked about bull run in the history of bull runs for any asset ever. And I've said that 6 months ago, a year ago. I've been screaming that, but this is really going to be the one that, even my buddy Joe still say, "Oh, you think Bitcoin's going to 100,000?" Man, I don't know. You've been saying that, and I'm like, dude, you people just have no clue.
Yeah,
like 275.
Let them think like that, man. Let them think.
It's common,
like
dude. It's common, man. Like,
let them think like that, and that's like, dude, that's gonna be the difference between us and the FOMOers, dude. That's the difference between the people that are in right now, bags packed, ready to go. That's the difference between us and the people that are going to be FOMOing in, man. And we're going to be selling our bags to them at the top. And that's what we want to do, man. Unfortunately, there's got to be a fall guy. You know what I mean? So we are not going to be that fall guy. Not this time. No way, Jose.
And we weren't even the fall. The amazing thing is we weren't even the fall guy last time. We were just
uneducated, I think a little bit.
I think you see those numbers go up, and it's
emotional.
Greed. It's a greed thing. You start getting greedy, and you go, "Oh, look how smart I am. I'm never going to have to sell anything because I'm a genius, and this thing went up, 500x from what I put in. So I'm a genius. This is my bank account from now on."
Right.
And it's not. You are still playing hot potato in any market, and until you're wealthy. And then once you're wealthy or you're where you want to be, then you just control how much wealth you have and be safe about it and stuff. But while you're acquiring, while you're building your life, while you're trying to make yourself better and the people around you better, you need to be a little more aggressive. And with that aggressiveness comes knowing when to take your profit, and no shaming on this show. we're not going to ever shame you guys for taking profit, dude. We're not going to knock you and say, "Oh, you're
Oh,
not
dude,
hodling." We're not going
gonna
to do that shit. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to show you
right.
when to sell and when the hell
We're
to
gonna
get
be
out.
taking profit, so there is no shaming at all.
Yeah,
No shaming.
don't kid yourself. Wes and Sierra are not going to be diamond handing this on the
No.
bull run. We ain't diamond handing shit. All right, I'm just going to be real with you guys. We're not diamond handing nothing. We're going to let a lot of stuff go and sit. We are going to hodl stuff that we still, a good core chunk of what we got, but I'm not making that same mistake I made last run. There's no way in hell.
Yeah. All right. So I got about 5, maybe 10 minutes. So I'm gonna run through this pretty fast. I already got the tabs ready, but Sierra, look at this. September, man. September is gonna be a green September, man. It's gonna be a green September. Yep. I mean,
That's
unless
good.
we absolutely crash, man. But as long as we close above, where is this number at? As long as we close above 59,000, it's like 59.50. As long as we close above 59.50, September is going to be a green month. So that is exciting, man. I think that I'm happy about that because
that's very good.
I did.
That's
call
very
that.
good. That's very good.
So.
Now, in my defense, I will say that red candle before us is what I was kind of thinking about. I wasn't really thinking about red versus green being the 59K level. What I thought we were kind of talking about was, are we going to beat that last red candle? That's where I was kind of saying, but you did call it right. I'm not saying you didn't call it. I was just saying the previous month candle, we didn't eat that candle yet. You know what I'm saying? We didn't eat that bad boy. Where's the top of that previous red candle at? That is
65. That's our
level.
That's our number that we need to get above. We've made lower highs on this whole thing. This is the monthly chart. You can see, man, after this green candle up here, we haven't, it's just been a downtrend. And we can see it better on the daily. But yes, this right here was our little reversal call that we were talking about on the monthly. I mean, that's a bullish candle pattern right here. And then September is looking good.
So do we
a higher wick?
Do we eat that candle before this month is out? Do we eat that another one?
That is a good question, because right now, what do we have? About maybe a week left.
You got about a week left.
I'm gonna say yes. We do eat that candle. But we'll look at the lower time frames. But yes, I mean, this right here, guys, this is something that we saw. Oh shit, this thing sucks, dude. Why is it? I'm trying to
a little laggy. It gets laggy when you draw with the brush sometimes.
I don't like that, dude.
Yeah, why won't you? A little bit of a bitch.
Why is it doing that? Anyways, all right. So right here, we did make a little head and shoulders pattern with these wicks. So September's looking good. Hopefully, we can remain above 59K, close out September in the green. And what Sari's talking about is this August right here. This August candle. It closed out down here, but we wanted to get above where it opened at, which is this previous green where that closed at right here at the top. So that's going to be our $64,000 to $65,000 level. Let's say 65, because I believe that is the top. It's like 64.8. So that's that level that we're watching. We have our low down here. These are our strong and our high support and resistance, right? We got premium discount on the monthly here, but I just wanted to point that out, man. Just wanted to point that out. It's looking good. Let's see. MACD. I believe the MACD is still... No, MACD's bullish. We do have that MACD above the signal line. RSI is falling below its signal line. But usually when it's done that, like previously in the past, we will dip under it real fast before we continue heading up, kind of like we did back here.
Let me ask you something. I'm going to throw a curveball at you real quick. Because that's what I like to do. I'm going to throw this curveball at you. On those last six monthly candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you've had green, red, green, red, green, red, green, and we're at green right now. What if the hunt for red October? Let's just play devil's advocate real quick. What if everybody's wrong and the hunt for red October comes and we have one last dip down to our little blue box territory for October, just because Wall Street says, you know what, all these Bitcoin nerds know that October, November, December is the bull run? Or am I overanalyzing again?
Yeah, I don't think. I
I
think
think I may be overanalyzing myself and trying to fake myself out. Market makers are very smart, but sometimes they don't try to trip you up as much as you think they do. You know what I mean? I get paranoid. I'm like, what if they're gonna drop it again next month? But I don't know. I mean, you had 6 months, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. What if you have red, but you don't come down? The bottom of the candle goes, in between those
I'm
two
gonna.
last candles
I'll
and
say.
dips a
I'll.
wick.
I'll say this. Just looking at the. Hold on. Maximize.
That would scare a lot of people out, is my point. If they did that, if they dropped us from 63 to say 58 or 57 for October,
Hell.
if they just made us go sideways and then brought us in that back in that range one more time for the next month, I think that would be the final shakeout, that they would just really scare everybody out. I'm just saying to be aware of that as a situation, possibly, but with total global market cap sitting where it is, I'm not worried yet. If I start seeing that drop below 2 trillion again, then I will say that they could be doing that, but you just
Yeah,
don't know.
I,
You
I
don't
think.
know.
I think the just looking at the RSI. I mean, we could come down a little bit more and get a red October, man. But it wouldn't be for the entire month. I don't think we close out October in the red. I think the beginning of October we get a nice cool off.
Yeah.
Bring the RSI back down to about 58, something like that. And then bounce off that 58. Not all the way to neutral, but like 58 or something. Just a nice little cool off for the beginning of October. And I have nothing that's backing that up. I'm just kind
Yeah.
of going off, like playing what are the odds here, right? Just based off the RSI and the MACD. So maybe we come down a little bit, cool off in the beginning of October, close out September in the green by like 8%, 7%. And then October is bearish in the beginning, and then towards the end it flips green and then bull market on. That, I don't know. That's just what I'm going to predict
Yeah.
there.
That's a possibility. And that's the bear case, right?
Yeah.
Let's be real. That's our bear case. Is at worst you get that wick for October going down into the blue box zone that we have marked. And but if that's the most bearish case we have right now, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you couldn't ask for much more. The upside potential is we're going to double in price, and
Yeah.
very soon. So upside to downside, you're talking about a couple $1,000 versus $50,000. The price of Bitcoin going from 60 up to 110,000 is more likely than Bitcoin going from 63 down to 53.
Yeah.
So your risk to reward ratio is way better for the upside.
So let's so this right here, man, we have everything's looking good, man. September's looking good. We're nice. We're far. Hold on, let me switch to the day so I can see that. Nope. I want the weekly. I really don't. But what was I just at?
You got a bullish pin bar on that candle too. That monthly is still a bullish candle.
Yeah, it looks good, man. It looks really good. Anyway, so Rec Capital was looking. Oh, it's on the weekly here. Let me show you guys. On the weekly, man, if you're looking at Bitcoin, you can see that we reclaimed this kind of accumulation phase that we were in here. I mean, we were in that for a long time, Sierra, all the way from February to we didn't really fall out and close out of it until June.
And we said
that's
that,
like 4
bro.
months. 4 months.
If you go back in February and watch our videos, I was saying, dude,
yeah, we had these clusters.
Be a boring 6 months. This could be a very boring 6 months. I said that.
Yeah.
And we kind of nailed that one as well. So we've been on track very, very much this year for making calls about the price, which is pretty cool.
So right now for the weekly, guys, we are above that little accumulation range that we first got into for about 4 months here in the very beginning. We actually called them clusters, and I think it was on the daily. You can see these little clusters up, down, up, down. We've been down here for a while, and we just now reclaimed this top spot here. Another thing I want to point out on the weekly, you can actually see it better on the daily, but on the weekly, man, we broke out of this little ascending resistance right here. Probably see it better on the daily. I think I made a zone somewhere for it. But anyway, you can see that
you touched it twice, and then you had the third time you hit it, you broke out of it. Yep.
And then we broke out. It looks funny here. I was trying to line these up so I could get it just boom, boom, boom. But I can't remember which one I put this line on, but it's all good. Oh, it was ETH. Ethereum. Ethereum just broke out of the ascending trend line right here as well. Finally broke out of that and looking pretty good, man. Looking pretty good. Lux Algo on the daily for Bitcoin. We still have this green signal, this buy signal here on Lux Algo. It's not yet confirmed. It is not yet confirmed. We need to see this catcher right here turn green. The smart money the smart money trail right here, the smart trail just flipped blue, man. And then we have some bullish insufficiencies right here. With a fair value gap, bullish fair value gap. Looks like we've come back and hit this one. I'm looking at this one down here, the one that we were talking about like 2 episodes ago. We got the wick that came down, but I think we do come back and retest 55, man. 55. And I think that's going to be the October thing. In the beginning of October, I think we come down and we retest this.
The final shakeout, dude. The final shakeout is what we're saying. But here's the thing.
I'm just calling that now. But go ahead.
So you flipped on that because I was screaming that I saw that area as we need to come down. We need to come down. We need to come down. But now you see it. Last week you didn't see it, but now you're very seeing it clear. Like,
no,
okay,
I definitely look. So the only reason that I even entertain it is because of what I just said about October. Just the emotional side of it. I don't even think it has nothing to do with the charts because nothing in the charts is really telling me that
they're going to psych you out. You're saying that that'll be the final shakeout.
Maybe. I think that could be a wick down because I mean we've already wicked down and hit it here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we've taken that level out. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. It's just a feeling that I get. But yeah, I mean it's looking good, dude. We came up to this order block right here on the daily. Took that level out, and right now we're kind of printing a little bullish or a bearish candle here. Lux Algo is giving us targets. First one's going to be 66,000. Second one's going to be 70,000. We got to get above 65, close above 65, and then 68 is going to be a level I think is going to be pretty important. And then we'll be battling that 70 to 72.
Yeah, that 72 is going to be an MFR. So this kind of plays in to what we were also talking about last week. That is there room for us to go back up to 72 one more time, hit our head, and make another trail down?
I don't think so.
Or do we go down first? Do we cool off and go back down first? That's, to me, what this chart looks like. You see where that turns red in the middle, where you got that buy signal on the blue zone, right in the middle of your screen? That, to me, shows a down, up, down pattern. Or I'm sorry, up, down, up. So, yeah, we could go right back down one more time. I think the market makers, if they really wanted to do that they could bring us back down to that level, which would be right around 51, 52, 53. But it's going to take a lot of work to do that, bro. And like you said, the wick, they're only going to be able to do it for, 3-4 days at the most? It ain't going to last.
I'm about to have to run, but what I'm saying is I think that on the 4 hour, if we look at the 4 hour, we're still under this buy signal, but our targets have already been hit. We could go up here to 64.8 one more time, put in a little double top before we start heading down. The levels that I'm going to be looking to short to, guys, this is my next move here. We could bounce off this order block where we're sitting at now, go up to 64.8. You might be able to catch a nice little long on that, but it's going to be short-lived. This is the 4 hour again. We do have a bunch of inefficiencies down below, man. These fair value gaps, they are bullish. So we could come back and retest those as well. But I think that we could possibly go up 64.8, 65, double top, come down, break through this order block, and then come back down to retest 59, then 57. I think I'm going to go back on the 55. I don't think we go there. I don't think we go to 55. maybe retest 57 again at like the most, dude, 57,000.
And a wick, maybe
Yeah,
not even a closed candle.
Yeah, I don't think 50. I don't think we go back to 55, man. I think
Barring any
57 is a
black
good
swan.
spot.
Keep in mind the world we live in, the crazy freaking world, elections and assassination attempts and all that kind of crazy shit, war.
Yeah.
All that aside, I
Right.
agree with you. But when you factor that stuff in, and you have to. I mean, we live in a black swan world now. We don't even black swan was different back in the 20s. Now, if you're in 2024, black swan is like a Tuesday to you.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
keep that
on the 1 hour, that kind of backs it up too, man. We are under this buy order. Everything's looking good. Smart trail, trend catchers looking good. We have some bearish inefficiencies right above us on the 1 hour. So it looks like we're trying to break through these. We got 3 of them back to back here. But we have found support on this ascending trend line that we were kind of looking at on the, on the higher time frames. But this target, it's got a target of 64.6 right here on Lux Algo. I think that's when we head up, and then that's when we, get rejected, do a little double top thing, and then start coming back down. So that's what I'm expecting for the week. I gotta run, dude.
I like that. I like what you just said though, and I'm gonna kind of piggyback on that. I'm gonna say sideways. I'm going to say a little more boring ass sideways.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy for the rest of this week is what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Ethereum on the daily, dude, that higher target right there is going to be 3,000. I think maybe we possibly get stopped out by this little order block if we do continue up. And that's going to be like 28, 27.5 or something. So.
And if anything changes, you guys, we will update you on Twitter. And things can change like that. So if something changes, Wes and I will be in communication and we'll put posts up. And I'm sure by Thursday, if something did change, we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it, man. I got to run, dude. I didn't realize how late it was.
I'm going to pull the video up now. You guys make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys, man. I'm sorry I gotta run, man, but appreciate you guys. We will see you on Thursday, 7 p.m., man. 7 p.m.
Yes, sir. You guys take it easy. Hold your bags. Get ready. Hold your butts. Hold on to your butts.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.